Welcome everybody. In today's video, I'm going to be changing out the freewheel in the rear. I'm actually not going to be changing it out, but this is the exact way you're going to want to do it if you do decide to change it out and go with the 11 tooth, or if you want to decrease the hamstring a bit. Like I say, I already did it, but I need to take mine off because it's starting to freewheel in both directions. So I need to clean it in some water, hopefully, and get it to freewheel only in one direction. This is the box I got when I did get mine about a year ago, or a year and a half ago, something like that. This one is an 11 tooth freewheel, a 7-speed, and nickel. Its teeth are 11, 13, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 28. So in this box is basically a brand new stock one. Oh, make a wish, make a wish, make a. The tools you're gonna need. This is the main tool you're gonna need. It is a Park Tool FR 1.3 freewheel remover. There is one little screw. I think it might be a 10 mil for you guys. I'm not sure, but mine got lost for whatever reason. You'll see what I use this on, but I'm gonna need a screwdriver. For you, it's probably an 8 mil. An 18 millimeter open end wrench, and a crescent wrench. This thing's pretty big and I don't have that large of a wrench at the house, so a crescent wrench will work just fine for this. Let's get to it. Those are all the tools you need. It's really not that hard. Okay, the first thing you're gonna do is take this nut off down here. For me, it's a screw. And then you're gonna crack this 18 millimeter loose and back it out all the way till there's just a couple threads left on it. Then I'm going to come over to the other side. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And then this is where you got to be careful because you could easily strip it too. Try and get the teeth on the best you can. You're going to scrape the frame a little bit around that edge right there. There's no way around it, okay? Because you don't want to strip this thing out. And it should come pretty easy. And I'm going to loosen it almost all the way. I'm just going to leave a few threads on. And then always remember to note how the washers are set up. On the outside is the thinner one, and on the inside is the thicker one. Now when I pull this up, I'm going to have to fang-dangle with the chain a little bit here. Ooh, wait, first things first. We got to disconnect that wire. Okay, so I did forget to mention a tool. You're going to need a little nippers to nip the zip ties. And you're also going to need a few more zip ties. So there should just be 2 at the most that you've got to get. Now we're ready to lift up. Nice and easy. Yeah, the frame spread some more. Okay, now we've got to move this. You gotta it's not the easiest to get this through here. But now we're gonna need to get this nut and the washers off. Okay, all right, remember how this is going on. Always do a visual. Now I'm going to slip this tool over. All right, well, here we go. Oh, it's going to be tight, guys. Oh, I think I just nicked my rim a little bit right there. But there it is. And it's off. And now, like any civilized person would do, I brought it into my house and put it into my kitchen sink. And I'm going to put hot water in the sink. And I'm going to soap the living heck out of this and my water. And I'm going to find an old toothbrush, which I always have on hand. And I'm going to start cleaning. I think you're going to get the idea, even though it's extremely dark. I'm going to put it under water and just go back and forth like this to try and clean it up inside. See, I shouldn't be able to go back and forth like that. Oh, this doesn't appear to be working, guys. It's just not getting better. It's freewheeling both ways. See that? I'm really tempted to try and take this off. So I'm going to put this in that notch and hope that it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And I'm not going to try too hard. All right, so I ran it under the sink for about another 5 minutes. I'm going to put it back on and see how it goes. If nothing else, I guess I will have to buy a new one of these. Seeing some lithium grease out here, which makes me a little bit nervous. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put this on. And we're going to make sure not to cross thread this. because that seems like it's going on kind of tight. It shouldn't be that tough to get to go on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, don't ever force it. So I'm just going to tighten it by hand, and that's all I need to do. Now I'm going to put these on in the order they came off. Now remember, this notch was facing out. This washer doesn't matter. And this nut goes like that. Now I'm going to look at the other side. The other side will tell you which way this notch needs to go. It needs to go that way. So, and there it is that way. And now I lost the nut in the grass. Okay, then we're just going to get it started. Now, here again, we got to be careful. We're going to want those little tabs or whatever, we want them up. We got a game plan. This wire, we're just going to try and keep it out of the way. Yep. We're going to have that little locking deal up. And we're just going to take our time because we've got to slip that. The tricky part kind of sometimes is getting it into the brake caliper. Okay, here we go. Now, when I get to here, I'm watching the brake caliper on the other side. And I wished I could show you, but just make sure, nice and easy, that that rotor is going in between the pads. It can be a little bit hairy. For some reason, there we go. Just take it nice and easy, and there we go. We are in the right position. Now let's stick this back through here. Taking it easy with the wire. We're going to tighten this up a little bit. And the other side a little bit. And we're going to get them notches. See this one here? It's all spread out so that notch isn't even in the groove. So when I start squeezing it together, I got to keep an eye on that notch and make sure it's going into that groove properly. Alright, now when I'm tightening, you're going to want to keep an eye on that little bugger right there and make sure it goes in there right as you're squeezing the frame together. See here how it's not wanting to go right? Frustrating, yes. So I'm going to try and get a screwdriver in here, and I'm going to try and push that forward just a little bit to try and get it to go in. There it goes. And before I tighten this side all the way, I'm going to go back to the other side. Now I'm going to tighten up this side, which is almost tight already. But before I completely tighten this side, I'm going to slip that other screw in. Okay. I do this one first, and then I tighten the big one, the 18 mil, because that doesn't line up perfect sometimes. Okay, now that we got that, we're going to go ahead and lock this side down good. All right, back to the wire side. We're going to tighten this one down. Nice and easy, trying to not crash the frame real bad. We got this wire going back through here, and we are going to line up the arrows on that. We're going to get 2 zip ties. I like to use the baby zip ties for this. With these zip ties, you don't need to crank these down either. Just snug. We'll get the other one. And then we're just going to nip them clean as we can. 1. And you can't see the other, but there's 2. All right, now let's just check and see if it catches. See, we still have some issues, guys. So, oh, we still got big issues. Well, that's how you change up the freewheel. Obviously, I'm gonna have to take it apart and put the stock one back on there. So just for future reference for all y'all, keep your stock one just in case. One last thing before I let you go. After it's all said and done, you're going to have to adjust the rear derailleur. And it can be kind of a pain in the butt, but there's a great video by Park Tools. And if you follow them step by step and take your time, don't do it if you got supper's going to be done in 10 minutes. Do not do it. Take your time, follow the instructions just like they say, and it's really not that bad. But thanks for watching the video, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.